Hey guys, it's me Ryan from Orbit TV, and recently I've been speaking to Emily from the ETARC forums, and she's given us what seems to be a bunch of clues related to the ARG, so let's go. So something worth noting is that I did ask her to prove it was her. She does have the same profile picture and username, but I wasn't 100% sure. So then she uploaded an entire transcript of it to the ETARC forums, so I kind of think it's safe to say it's legit. Now, one of my first questions was about the pulse that we found in one of her videos. Now, it's worth noting that she doesn't actually know what this is, but she does tell me that it's unusual for the two not to be related. Now, we know from a lot of sources, again, I'm quoting Cobra right now, but he states us to believe that she leads us to things all the time, and which she does. She is the one that led all of these people to the No Man's Sky coordinates. If you look at the forums, it literally just goes from there trying to find out what it does, and then she just goes bang. Sci-fi, bang, No Man's Sky, bang, people are all coming in and getting it. So please make sure you thoroughly listen to everything that she says, and if you need to, pause on the screen and try and decode it. Now, I went on to mention about the Corvax echoes. Out of the blue, she tells me something which is really quite interesting. Now, again, she doesn't play this game, apparently. This is what her character is, so I don't know if it's an NPC. Yeah, so you guys tell me what she thinks. She says, the idea is that when they die, they release the Echo, which is their soul. It's really similar to what the Echo company is claiming to do. I just wonder if there'd be some sort of data loss if this was repeated over and over again. Do you ever run into the Corvax in No Man's Sky that seem corrupted or damaged in a way that would suggest that? Just spitballing here. So I like how she added that bit at the end, as if it was just like, oh, I don't know what I'm talking about, but I don't know, it just seems something fishy. The fact that she just goes on to it, just out of the blue, if you know what I mean, is just something kind of cool. But anyway, the next thing of interest is that she hasn't played No Man's Sky. I've just said that, so if anything comes up which you kind of believe is like, well, how did she get that from that when she doesn't play the game, just let me know. So, the way she talks about the Echo 64 website is kind of weird. She says there's still a lot of stuff to unpack from the Echo 64 website, which is where we should focus our effort for the time being, and who knows, maybe something will happen for the 17th that will have us all scrambling again. Now, to me, this feels as if she's leading us to go to the Echo 64 website, as if something still needs to be uncovered. Again, I can't really say, but I can feel her leading me to believe that there is something more to look at within this website, and I feel that's where our investigation should go. Now, she also mentions our cassettes and how deeply we investigate them. She says that the stuff we've, quotation marks, found is a byproduct of a medium. She also mentions that magnetic tapes are prone to damage, and the ones she sent out look pretty old to begin with. Now, this isn't her referencing the word portal, this is something different. I think she means that the chevrons we found maybe are like literally nothing to do with Waking Titan, or the sounds that have been uncovered. Again, I'm not 100% sure. She might be in on this, I'm not too sure about that. Let me know what you think. Now, I ask her about the other sites such as Atlas-65, Superlimina-C, all of these sites which are connected but closed, and she mentions time trickery. She says, so these sites come up and they talk about their company history, you know, X amount of years in the past, that they just came online and became accessible yesterday, stuff like that. Now, to me, this is quite interesting. She's kind of referencing one of her theories that maybe this is past of No Man's Sky, such as the Atlas Foundation and the Echo. These are all past companies which kind of reference our in-game lore to build upon, because we've kind of got to think logically about this. This is, in No Man's Sky, the simulation, unless it's made by super mutant aliens, it wouldn't just appear. It would kind of need to be built by someone else and something, and the people in the simulation, unless they were forced to be there, you kind of have to be willing to go in it. So this kind of means that the Atlas, the Corvax, the Gek, the Viking, Nada and Polo, maybe, I'm going to leave Nada and Polo out of this, but all of the other aliens, they're essentially just a product of the simulation. Now, Nada and Polo, these two are weird and different, because these two are aliens, but they are out of the simulation. So if this kind of, I don't know where those two come into it. Maybe these are part of a different story, maybe these do reference this, but these two are on their own. They literally just say like, yo dude, this is a fucking simulation and shit, everyone's in on it, and they're like just completely out of it. So I don't know, just let me know what you think, if they're going to be built upon in this storyline, or if they're going to be mentioned even more. So after speaking some more, Emily does mention how she thinks the cassettes might play a role in the Awaken ARG in the future. So this is especially interesting to me, as it's everything she says, she does maybe say it for a reason. The way she leads people to believe the No Man's Sky coordinates. Now, she's saying this to me, maybe she is definitely saying this for a reason. Now, does this mean our cassettes need to be played on the website? Does this word portal become a password? I don't know yet, and can only wait to find out. But speaking of portals, she does mention that she thinks the portal keyword we found may come in handy, but again, it's all speculation. She also mentions how she doesn't know anything about the Atlas Foundation or anything. This may be because she genuinely doesn't know, or the NPC can't really tell us this. So I did ask her how she found the Awakened Titan ARG, and she said that it was a tweet from one of her folks who she followed. However, I've done some digging, and the only tweet is from ARGN with someone with the username Edisonica, which is her username for the forums and Discord, doesn't follow. And in fact, Edisonica isn't even on Twitter. So I don't know. Her final comment was, "There are more things in heaven and earth that are dreamed of in your philosophy. Don't be afraid to make leaps of faith, because if you're wrong, we're all going to be here to catch you." Which is a lovely phrase from Hamlet, tying into the previous Hamlet quote found. Probably this is maybe trying to be funny, maybe a little Easter egg. Again, this is probably purely just coincidence. So I also sent us some questions from people on the Discord after we finished the interview. So one question is, if we can create echoes of people's life, in which he answered with, "It's marketed at people coping with loss, and it would probably be a really bad idea to make one of a living person, but I don't think there'd be a limitation in the software side of things. Honestly, this sort of thing would be something we can ask from Echo if we ever get a hold of someone from there." So it's kind of interesting that she thinks it's a bad idea. In my next interview, I will really probe her with some of these questions, really hard questions, to see if she sort of squirms. I'll try and do it for you guys again. Yeah, so regarding the old gods, I asked her who he is and why does he live in Roulette, I believe it's pronounced, or Roulette, I don't know. I haven't ever read HP Lovecraft, I'm ever so sorry. She simply said it's the admin account of a forum, and it's some sort of joke about he lives there. However, if people are wondering if ETARC and Awakened Titan are connected, I'm just going to show you a little something. So I hope you don't mind seeing my email right now. I have a bunch of trash, I don't give a shit. But I have an email from Awakened Titan, which says, "Old Gods." Okay, that's kind of cool. But if we go over to ETARC, the admin account is Old Gods, yet apparently ETARC is not related to Awakened Titan in any single way apart from being a community discussion. It's a little bit fishy, right? So that sort of ends the questions. Hopefully me and her are going to Skype to chat very soon. I am busy and she is really busy, so hopefully a Skype call will be ready by the 19th at the latest. I hope this gives you some sort of ideas and some thoughts, so let me know what you think of Emily and what the things she said. I hope you guys enjoyed. Give me some theories, give me some love, give me some everything, and peace.